Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Nature Check, the show where you come for the game and stay for the science. Today we're doing a super exciting special one-shot of the Wagadu Chronicles, so I'm really happy for us to be here. Peter and I woke up early after last night's stream. So first, as always, we do introductions. Hi, I'm Sheryl. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a PhD student studying ecology at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and when I'm not doing my research, I'm a science communicator and the host of the Roving Naturalist on YouTube. Next, we've got Peter.
Hi, I'm Peter. My pronouns are he, him. I am an entomologist, which means I study insects. Normally, I have Nancy on to define that for me. Um, I teach people about agriculture, and in my spare time, I take pictures of bugs and mushrooms and play lots of role-playing games like this on Nature Check.
Then there's Chelsea.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I am a herpetologist. I study lizards, specifically anole lizards. I'm a bit obsessed with anoles. They're my favorite thing ever. And currently a student in Texas. And I also draw. So this is probably my third time ever playing D&D. So that's gonna be that's gonna be fun.
We're so excited. So the three of us will be the players today, and then our wonderful game master is Allan, the creator of the Wagadu Chronicles.
Hi, thanks for having me. Yes, I'm Allan. So I'm a game designer and founder of the company Twin Drums, and we're currently working on the Wagadu Chronicles, which is a fifth edition setting, as you'll see today, and it's an MMORPG as well. And we're currently on Kickstarter, so you can find us Kickstarter the Wagadu Chronicles, where we're already got a lot of amazing support, and yeah, we're looking to grow the game.
All right. Well, you can take it away and tell us where we are and what we're doing.
Cool. So a super brief introduction to Wagadu, since it's a bit different from other settings, and then I'll say let's just jump in and start. And I'm really looking forward. So kind of Wagadu has it's inspired by pre-colonial African cultures. So you must some things to keep in mind is that basically almost everyone you meet is going to be very dark skinned, and it's sort of a strange place that has two layers. So there's something people in Wagadu call the upper worlds, the upper realms, which is where most people come from. But then sometimes mysteriously, people kind of magically fall from these upper realms into Wagadu, which is some sort of mysterious underworld. And it's a place that looks very much like real Africa. I mean, from a biological point of view. So I'm going to be careful with the science words I throw in today. And yeah, it's you have deserts, savannas, rainforest, and so on. But it has as well very powerful spirits and ancestors. So this is something the upper realms have as well. But in Wagadu, they kind of rule over. It's really, really powerful. And Wagadu is divided in cycles historically. So people kind of fall, they populate Wagadu, and at some point they disappear, and this cycle, each new cycle restarts. Wagadu has had hundreds of cycles. We're going to be playing around the 450th cycle. Yeah, so this is kind of a very high level overview. Otherwise, many of the things you know about fantasy and D&D apply, of course, for Wagadu as well. So, from temples to monsters and, many other aspects that your weapons and so on you're familiar with. Cool. So I guess we'll be starting with the fall of the three of you. So you were all of you going by just doing having your normal lives. You don't remember exactly what happened because your memories tend to be scrambled when the fall happens. But what you know for sure is that now all of you separately are not where you were before. You're in somewhere very, very hot, very, very wet, and there's some sort of membrane in front of you. This membrane feels almost alive, like it's covering you completely, and but protecting you somehow. And behind it, there's something like something coming closer, like some dots in the blue. The membrane is very thin, so you can kind of see clearly. It looks like a sea, a massive sea and islands. And the islands are getting really close. You're actually falling towards these islands. And before you have time to react, you are crashing to the ground. Like you don't see anything dark. So roll all of you as Constitution saving throw.
Not off to a great start. I got a 5.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Let's see.
I am having trouble with roll 20.
Your Constitution will be +2, so you'll roll a d20 and then add 2.
Yeah, you can just roll the plain die and just add the.
It froze. Oh, there we go. It is 13. There we go.
Okay.
Love how it chose to froze right then.
An auspicious start.
Awesome. So for Chelsea and Peter, like you open your eyes, still behind the membrane, but it's hardened now, and you can barely see any light behind. It's cracked, so now it's sort of like an egg, and you can hear some sound behind. It's a rhythmic sound of waves. You feel pain, like you actually physically fell, and some cracking sounds, like the shell around you is cracking. But it looks like it needs some help. In the meantime, Sheryl, you're not conscious yet.
Cool.
I definitely panic a little bit. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on, and I'm trapped. And so I definitely like start flailing, like almost try to push against the membrane, like just panicky, jerky movements. Trying to just push my way out.
I think that I would just stay calm and watch what Peter's doing. Try to see if the membrane reacts to anything that he's doing.
Yeah, so you can barely see through the cracks because now it's hardened membrane, it's more like an egg, but you do notice like an arm coming out of something next to you. And since you're looking around, maybe you can roll a perception check as well, Chelsea.
Okay.
So that'll be a d20 +4.
7.
Okay. So you're still struggling, squinting your eyes through the cracks of the hardened membrane, but you do see like something that looks like a large egg, a yellowish egg, like rolling on the sand. So the sand is very sunny, and there's this arm coming out, some horns maybe coming out. Maybe it's a horned person, it's a swallow, covered in slime. And there's another egg that's completely silent and unmoving just next to it. You do see some palms as well and a scorching sun. But it feels safe as well where you are. What do you do, Peter?
So I'm gonna like continue to crawl out, and then as soon as I make it out, just lie on the sand and just kind of like try and calm down.
Okay. It's definitely soothing to hear the sound of the waves. You see some tiny crabs, transparent crabs crawling around you, a bit curious, almost moving their eyes. You can feel the sound of palm leaves behind you, but the sky is otherwise blue, almost no clouds. Sheryl, do you want to try another constitution?
Yes, I would. Oh my gosh. I just rolled a natural 1, so.
Okay, so you notice just one move, like the the third egg shakes a bit and then gently starts rolling towards the sea. So you both notice. Chelsea, what do you want to do? You're still inside.
I think I'll try to break out now.
Okay. There's no need to roll. It's easy. It cracks out easily. And you, by the way, see each other. So you can describe each other, Chelsea and Peter.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
You can describe each other because you see each other now. So feel free to describe your character.
Okay. Peter, you want to go first?
Sure. So I am a tall, very thin, kind of lanky, awkwardly proportioned young man. Appeared to be in like my middle teenage years. Like no beard, reddish hair, reddish skin. Like kind of a dark reddish skin, and two horns that come out in kind of a shaped like a lyre almost, that kind of curve towards each other directly above my head. Wearing. Am I naked?
When you come out, you're naked for now.
I'm naked.
Simplify the description. Yeah. Simplify the description.
Yeah.
I am a very short, darker skinned woman. Have like the short afro, kind of like what I have right now, and I have wings, and my wings kind of look like a black witch moth's wings.
Nice.
Can you elaborate on how they look like? Because I'm not aware of the pattern.
Black witch moths have like kind of a black and tan and brown grainy pattern, but then they have like this purple iridescence in between some of it.
I'm loving your characters already. They look awesome. Okay, cool. So you see each other. You notice you're both slimy and naked. It's clear that the same thing happened to both of you. You have a bad feeling about the egg that's now rolling into the waves.
Yeah, I think realizing that I came out of an egg, you came out of an egg, and now there's a third egg that's slowly rolling towards the ocean. I'm gonna kind of like awkwardly scramble over there and try and hold the try and get between the egg and the ocean and try and hold steady.
So athletics should be relatively easy.
Should be. That's 15.
Yeah, definitely manage to jump into the waves. The water feels very cold, colder than you expected. And to grab the egg that has started slowly floating at this point. You notice around you, there's lots of colors. It's almost like rainbows, but it's just fish. Small shoals of colored fish, and the water is perfectly transparent. There's lots of corals as well. You have seen these before. You have flashes of other people looking like you with horns, same shaped horns, and someone calling you maybe father, like some child with big eyes, but then the flashback disappears. The egg is in front of you, and there's no cracks on it. It's smooth.
I'm gonna tap on it and be like, "Hello, is there anyone? Is there anyone inside?"
So you can roll perception, Sheryl, to see if that helps you a bit.
Oh my gosh, my dice hate me.
Oh no.
That's only a 7.
Okay. Whatever is inside is not coming out for now.
Yeah. Rotten egg. Okay, so it's floating. Can I try and push it back up onto the beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is, yeah. And it's not too hard, no need to roll. Okay. What, by the way, what do you do, Chelsea, on the beach? You see this happening?
Honestly, I would just watch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sheryl.
That's fine.
I'm just sitting on the beach watching. I'm very
Okay.
amused by this.
Okay. Your mouth wings are drying while you're watching this, and your eyes are getting used. You're still struggling, like your eyes are not used to this. It's kind of midday, so really hot and bright moment of the day, and your daa'ima eyes are struggling a bit, so you need to kind of cover yourself. Something is moving behind both of you, in between the ponds.
So, back up above the edge of the beach, in the tree line.
Yeah, tree line behind you.
Okay.
Yes, there's something moving for sure. You heard something.
Okay. Did you hear that? Did we hear it or see it?
Here.
Hear it.
Here.
Did you hear that?
Yes, but I can't see very well, so I'm not sure what that is. So I'm not gonna go check it out.
No, that sounds there. I mean, there could be any kind of wild animals here. Where is here? Do you know where here is? By the way,
I have no idea. I just came out of the egg like you did.
Okay.
My wings are still drying. I'm still adjusting. Do you even know what's in that egg that you're holding right now that you're pushing?
I kind of assumed it was another person. You were in an egg. I was in an egg. I'm hoping there's another person in this egg.
What if it's an enemy? What
That's
if they kill it?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
What if you try to kill me? How can I trust you?
I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, we don't know each other at all. I don't know you. I definitely don't trust you. But you don't have any weapons on you, so I'm way more scared of that thing in the woods than you. I mean, no offense or anything like that, but you're not really that threatening.
I think I should hold on to the egg and you should go check it out.
How can I trust you not to murder this egg?
Well, I can't see very well, so I'm not gonna go very far. So you catch up to me.
Okay. Yeah, just don't let it wash away, and I'll go take a look.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
I won't let this person or enemy die until you get back.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. I guess we're gonna trade positions of who's holding the egg, and then I'm gonna make my way up the beach. I'm not going into the trees, but I'm just kind of approaching them to see if I can see anything.
Okay. Are you just walking normally? Do you want to try and be stealthy and hide? Like, how are you approaching?
Yeah, I think I am gonna try and be stealthy. Although I imagine the beach is pretty open, so there's not anything to hide behind. But I'm trying to move quietly at least.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to reach the trees before you were able to try and hide. But so far, before the trees, before the palms and the bushes below, there isn't anything. So that's pretty clear.
Okay.
Just sand and crabs and shells.
So as I get closer to the ponds, I can't see anything moving.
Yeah, no, you have to check into the bushes if you want, or not. Your choice.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up one of the larger shells and kind of throw it into the bushes to see if I can spook an animal or something like that.
Okay. You hear Chelsea, your character hears something. There's a voice behind her, a female voice. I wouldn't do that. A woman completely with blue skin and shells instead of hair, and her eyes seem to be made of water, is standing behind you. She has very plump lips, and she's smiling, looking at Peter's character, Jadis.
Did she say this before I throw it?
After.
Oh, after?
Okay.
Oh. Wait. Why?
So, the two of you are freshly fallen, I can see. Cracked eggs.
No. Does she know what's happening?
By she, you mean the... sorry, who are you speaking to, Chelsea?
Oh, the blue lady.
Okay. You want to ask her?
Yes.
She looks at you. Yes.
Can you tell us what's
Tell us?
happening?
So the two of you, or three of you, I should say, just fell from the upper realms. You are not in your old world anymore. Your friends, family, anything you knew before is gone for good. You are now in Wagadu. If you had something terrible behind you, that's good news. If you had someone or something you really loved, then I guess it's very bad news. I'm one of the spirits of Wagadu. Specifically, I'm the spirit of this beach.
What does it mean to be a beach spirit?
She smiles and walks towards the quiet egg. She doesn't seem to want to come out. She just touches the surface and it cracks all of a sudden. And Sheryl, your character is free. You're just, yeah, you find yourself on the sand, cracked eggs around you, and a bright sign blinding your eyes.
I imagine that as the egg cracks open, I just like wind up starfished on the ground. So you can see a fairly tall woman with braids that go into like a long like ponytail thing down her back, orange antennae, pure black eyes, and wings that are kind of yellow-green with orange and brown eye spots. So I designed this character off of the African moon moth, which is a double hit for this because it's a moth that's indigenous to Africa, and it's also a moon moth, and the daa'ima are intimately connected to the moon. So this is a giant silk moth species.
Awesome. Yeah, like some great looks today. I love it. She turns to Jadis, so your character, Peter, and starts walking towards you. I shall follow the rules of the freshly fallen and help you for a few minutes. Then I will ask you to leave. Being the beach spirit just means that I own this place and I am this place. That is clear, right?
Yeah, very clear.
Yep.
So wait, you have to help us?
Apparently, yes, that are the traditions. I will not help you for too long, though. I do not love the idea of having mortals walking on these lands for too long. You can go to the next island. There's others like you.
Okay. What does help us mean? What kind of help are you going to give us?
So she kneels on the sand and starts drawing some symbols. As she draws them, you see things like the sand starts spinning, like as if wind were blowing around it, and things start materializing out of the sand, like clothes, weapons, items. It's like she's magically conjuring things, and all of your initial equipment from your character sheet is basically that. The robes are all white, bright, kind of plain white, bright color. These robes will identify you as freshly fallen. People will be a bit kinder with you, but not the red ancestor that you have teased in the palms. They will be very upset with you. They did not appreciate what you did.
Well, how was I supposed to know? That's not my fault.
That's understandable. It does not improve your chances of survival anyways.
Can I ask? I want to ask Caali if we should just leave him behind since he's kind of cursed now.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a terrible idea, but also it sounds like we might need to stick together for safety.
But do we need someone who's cursed to keep us safe?
You
You see red glowing eyes now appear in the bush just where the palms are. You definitely perceive some sort of magical tension. Maybe anybody can roll, if you have Arcana, maybe to...
I got a 15.
Okay. Then you definitely can perceive there's like, crackling magic coming from the red eyes. That's what you're sure about.
I guess I'm going to grab my stuff up off the ground, the stuff that she's given me. And you said something about another island?
She smiles and points towards the waves, and you do see, actually not too far, almost swimmable distance, there is another island that seems to have some cliffs and probably seems to be much bigger than this one. So what are your names?
I'm Ifani.
I'm Jadis.
I'm Caali.
My name is Shells on the Beach. Or at least that's an easy name for you mortals to call me. What is your offering to me? What do you offer me? Her eyes almost seems to shine like two pearls.
You said that she gave us our stuff. She gave us stuff, right? I have a what is the name of it? I think I have this opalescent seashell in my stuff, and I give that to her as an offering. So like here you go. Is this okay?
So you're sharing some of your freshly received equipment with me. That is a very kind gesture. You can roll persuasion.
Okay.
It's if you fail, you might all be in trouble.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No pressure or anything.
Oh no. What am I rolling for persuasion? Is that D20?
Yeah, a D20 and then...
Oh god. Oh. I'm scared now.
Yeah, so it'll just be a straight D20.
Oh, what is that? It's 19.
Nice.
Cool. You can hear her shells on her shoulders, her hair is made of shells as she moves towards you. They're kind of clicking softly, gently. Her eyes like two pearls staring at you, a bit inscrutable. But then she smiles. This is enough. I shall accept your gift. In exchange, I will even help you with this ancestor. She walks towards the water and then just takes some wet sand with her hands. And as she drops the wet sand into the waves, it kind of spreads and kind of starts shaking and then turns into a canoe, a very long wooden canoe, all covered in strange markings and paintings. It will last just enough to reach the next island. Then it shall disappear. Beware.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You might want to leave soon because as I descend back into the waves, the ancestor will be free to come. And this is not one of the kind ones, but one of the angry ones. A sad death and lots of regrets.
I will get in the canoe.
Yep, me too.
Into the canoe, let's go.
She starts walking back into the water, and you kind of feel the red eyes glowing stronger behind you in the palm forest. The canoe is dry and slightly warm, as if it were like freshly baked or something like this. There's two oars. Who wants to take over the canoe? And at least two people can do that. In that case, two of you would roll.
I will.
Okay. Then is someone else helping? Is it just you?
I'll help.
Cool. Then it's two. You can both roll athletics to move the canoe towards the other island.
I am rolling crap. That's a 10 on athletics for me.
Okay.
Oh no. I got 13.
Okay. So you manage not to get lost, but you're somewhat very slow. So Peter, your character Jadis, you notice that the canoe is moving very slowly, and you have a lot of time to contemplate the island that you just left. You do see it's a very small, flat isle with kind of a bunch of palms in the middle, but it's really tiny. But the island in front of you, which is stubbornly not getting very close because you're moving very slowly, has a very, very high cliff, and it seems to slowly, kind of gently slope on one end, on the left end. You can just keep on rolling again since you haven't made it yet. Now you're in the middle between the two islands, and the waves are a bit bigger.
Oh, so you want us to roll again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's better. 18 on athletics.
11.
We just woke up.
And let us all down.
No.
So you're a bit struggling. You notice at some point, Sheryl, that your character is like when you're rowing too strong, then the canoe starts turning over. So you have to slow down a bit, and you make it 3/4 there. And so you're almost there, but you need one more roll. If this one, you both have more than 10, then it should be. But before you roll, Peter, your character notices something behind the canoe. It's like a long shadow, has been following you for a while. The other two are too busy rowing. What do you want to do?
In the water?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Antagonizing mysterious forms has not worked out well for me so far. So I'll be like, there's like maybe a big fish following us, I think. Just so you know. Just don't stop rowing. You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Okay. Nothing happens.
We're going as fast as we can.
Yeah, so then you can roll again, and if you both roll over time, you're good.
Okay.
If not, let's see what happens.
19.
Okay.
Oh no.
No. Oh no.
6.
Okay. So again, Caali, so Sheryl's character, you have to slow down a bit because you started rowing in circles. You can still see that Ifani is she's still struggling, probably recovering from the fall, and she's sweating, and the rowing is a bit slower. And you can now see the cliffs a bit closer. There's lots of waves like smashing against rocks. It looks majestic and beautiful. And then there's a whole rainforest on top of it, like this giant, it's like a wall of tall trees, and the trees seem to come almost to the cliff. Their roots are kind of growing on the sides of the cliff, and on the left, if you keep on going, it becomes more of a beach because the cliff goes down, but you're not close enough, and the shadow has now stopped under the canoe. Do you just ignore it? What do you do?
I vote to ignore it. After what Peter did back there, I'm not inclined to mess with anything we don't know about right now. He's not even helping row this canoe.
Yeah, right? I am also inclined to ignore it.
Okay. After a few seconds, something happens, so roll for initiative.
What? Oh no.
What? What are we rolling?
It'll be a d20 plus your dexterity.
Dexterity.
Oh boy.
Which is a lot for you.
I got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 9. My dice hate me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine too now, because I just have 8.
8. Okay, cool. So it's going to be Jadis first, then the shadow, and then the two of you. Okay, so what do you do, Peter?
So the boat. So I guess I'm just worried. She said it would disappear or fall apart or whatever. Do I notice anything happening to the boat? Is it still good?
So it's still good so far. Yeah.
Still good. Okay. I think I am going to. I want to cast Detect Magic to see if the shape is magical. If
Okay.
If it's another spirit, or if it's just an animal.
Okay. Tiny, ghostly cows appear around you, running like a tiny magical herd, and then they rush into the water and disappear. You perceive sort of like a dream. You just know it. You know that there's no magic. You have a confirmation.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. It's not a spirit. It's just like a big fish or something.
Okay.
Okay. So it's turn, and it comes out, and actually there's two of them, very long creatures with strange. They almost look like some water cows with long tails and very, very fat and round. There are dugongs.
Yes!
They're just slowly swimming next to the canoe, and they seem to be more curious than anything else. One of them looks at the three of you with its big black eyes, and they're just looking at you. So it's Sheryl, right? What do you do? They haven't done anything; they're just looking.
Oh, precious. I guess I'll just look back. And
Yeah.
I guess like keep paddling, but we're not
Okay.
like, running away
That's
from them. Yeah,
adorable.
that's so
Okay.
cute. Oh.
So
I love
same
it.
for you, Chelsea.
I want to pat one of them.
Okay. Then you can roll an animal. I'd say yes, animal handling. Go for it.
Okay. And I got 4.
Plus, did you add your bonus?
Wait, you're right.
Wisdom? Yeah.
6.
Okay, that's a bit better because they're both 5. So it's like you don't scare them away completely, which you would have before, but at least they kind of just stay a bit away. So they look at you, but they don't let themselves get touched. But they follow you for a while, really swimming slowly and sometimes almost tugging at the canoe and then swimming around you. And then in a few minutes, they're gone. They disappear into the blue. Yeah, it somehow felt like a very peaceful moment, and you almost forgot that you are in a completely unknown world with your lives left behind. And as you try and think about what happened just before all of this, you notice that your memory is a blank. You don't remember exactly what happened, and your character Sheryl has a bit of a flashback, though. You remember a wooden hall, lots of statues all over, covered in feathers and oil, some torches, a man, a very old man speaking to you with big ghostly wings. So, you've chosen the way of the shrine. You will have to pass 7 challenges. Then the flashback disappears. You're really close to the island now. There's 2 options. You can see a cave-like entrance in the cliff, or you can go to a mangrove forest that is on the left lower, and where the cliff kind of lowers into a beach. What do you do?
Well, I like the idea of getting out of the sun. What do you think, Ifani?
I would also love to get out of the sun. Let's go for it.
So I guess we're gonna move towards the cave.
Y'all are in charge. You're the ones paddling.
Okay. As you get closer to the cave, it's larger than it seemed from a distance. But now the water has become much more transparent, and you can see like an octopus that is now following the canoe, and it almost seems to be looking at you. You always have this feeling that things observing you in these waters. And then there's like lots of fish swimming around, but you do notice something strange. All of the corals that similar to the ones you saw before, now are completely pale white. There's no color, just complete white. It's very dark in the cave, but the two daa'imas, Ifani and Caali, you can see clearly through, and it seems to be safe, and there's no rocks or anything. So you just keep on going, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's some sort of like underground bay, and at the end of it, there's a sandy beach. And there's 2 canoes there, actually.
Oh, nice. I guess we'll try to pull ours up alongside the other canoes on the beach.
Okay. As soon as you do and get out, it turns into sand and just like drop on the rocks.
Well, that was close.
It's very dark for you, Jadis, Peter. Your character cannot see anything. It's just pitch dark. You see a bit of light at the end where you just came from, but it's pitch dark here.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make like just like a puff of sparks, just so I can kind of like get the lay of the land.
Okay.
But I don't have anything to like. I don't have like a torch or anything like that, so I can't make like a constant light.
Okay.
Do you want to hold my hand? I'll guide you through the cave. I promise. I promise. I won't leave you behind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So what do you do?
Yeah, I guess we'll try to find a safe place or find... It looks like there must be other people in here somewhere.
Yeah.
So investigation would help a bit to look around. Yeah.
Okay. Investigation. 6. I can't roll.
Where are the dice that you use when you're DMing?
These are the same dice. They're the
sure
same.
They are. Sure they are.
It's the same 4 d20s that I always use.
You have to save the good ones for the player for you DM against the players.
when I got taken out in one turn by giant beetle, this was not how you were rolling.
I've been alternating between Roll20 and my actual dice next to me, and I feel like my actual dice next to me are nicer, so I'm just gonna. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay. So what are the results for the investigation checks?
I got a 6.
6, okay.
What do I have to add to that?
Your wisdom.
Okay, so I have 3.
Investigation is intelligence. It's intelligence.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think that makes it better.
So I have 2.
well, okay, yeah.
And I assume I didn't get to roll, right? Because I can't see anything.
You're not. Yes, in your case, it's difficult. Yeah. So So actually, with the highest result, Caali, you notice that there's what seems to be an exit from the place. It's like just a door. It's actually someone carved a stone door, and it's covered in shells that glow faintly. So even Jadis, you notice a faint glow, and there's a statue in front of it that actually is slowly turning towards Caali. And look, as you're inspecting the door, now the statue is actually looking at you. It has a large mask made of nacre that kind of glows in a kind of pearly color, color, faint blue eyes, and tall, strong body. It's moving like a human sort of, but it's not really human, you can tell. Some sort of spirit or ancestor, and he speaks. Present thyself, you who want to cross.
I guess I step forward and say, I'm Caali Ibida.
Who sent you?
Shells on the beach. I fell.
Actually, you said the right thing. So you can roll, but yeah, it's like persuasion with advantage.
Woohoo! With advantage, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they were both awful. I rolled a natural 2 and a natural 6, but that's a 10 for persuasion.
Okay. 10 is exactly what you needed to make it through the door.
Whew.
I see. Just as she did, I shall not break the rules and accept the freshly fallen into the island. He steps on the side and with one hand that seems to be made of almost like rock to open the door. You can see the shells glowing as the door moves, and there's bright light behind the steps and kind of very rough steps made of rock, and then there's light. So you, especially you two daa'imas, you immediately notice the blinding effect. It's pleasant for your character to see some light.
Yeah, I'm immediately relieved. Been super on edge this whole time. There are people talking and I can't see anything. And
I guess we'll go through the doorway and up the stairs.
Yeah.
You find yourself in the rainforest as expected from outside. There's some massive trees with buttress roots, the kind of roots that go sort of like wings outwards, really, really large. Lots of moss everywhere, dead leaves. It's like a very thick carpet of dead leaves. And there seems to be lots of saplings around you growing. And you can see a very large ancient tree that is fallen, probably recently, because it seems to be kind of freshly broken off the trunk. There's sounds everywhere. I can hear birds and other undistinguishable sounds. None of you knows the rainforest. Even in your previous life, you can't recall ever having been to the rainforest. So it feels very unfamiliar, very wet, very different. And you feel like lots of things, just like in the water, are moving around you, but you cannot really pinpoint them in the shadows of the trees and the bushes. What do you do?
Well, Peter's still holding my hand, so I just kind of like push him forward and hide behind him.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for signs of other people,
Okay.
like tracks or anything like that.
Okay, so survival,
Okay.
survival check.
Oh, that's a 21.
Okay, so you find straight away some tracks, and it's like one person, and they're quite fresh, and they're going deeper into the rainforest.
Okay. I point them out to Caali and Ifani. There's somebody went that way.
Should we follow them?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if we want to follow them. We don't know who they are, and we don't know what they're capable of. Do you think it's someone else that fell like us and came through the cave?
Well,
Or
the spirit at the beach said everyone here has fallen, right?
okay. So how are we so sure that they're not going to kill us?
well, that spirit said the rules said that they had to be nice to us because we're new here and we don't know anything, right? So maybe they'll cut us some slack.
Does that apply to everybody or just the other spirits on the island?
I mean, I don't know. But I mean, y'all look like you can defend yourselves now.
You know what? Let's try it. Let's follow the footsteps. Let's go.
So you
All right.
start walking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot going on around you, like some very colorful birds that seems to be looking at you. There's a gray parrot with a red tail and a large black beak that comes close to the three of you and seems to be looking and staring for a while. It makes a strange call that almost sounds like a word, but you don't understand the meaning, and then flies away. And then almost suddenly you are in front of a pond with a waterfall. There's high rocks. You're definitely deeper in the island. And the waterfall is all covered in moss. There's some strange flowers that seem to thrive in this water, like very, very colorful, pink and red. And then the pond is quiet and still, with very clear water, seems almost crystal clear. And there is the person that you were following. It's like a woman who is like kneeling in front of the water, and she's cleaning something with a rag. Her skin is very dark with bluish tinges, and her ears are like fins. And her hair is very, very short, cropped on her head. And she doesn't have a lot of clothing, but it's mostly made of shells and ropes. Turns to the three of you. Yeah, Chelsea.
I ask her if what she's doing. Just gonna go with
She stands up, and you see that she was cleaning a blade. It looks like a long sword, but it has like a very big curve at the end, almost like a hook. She holds it in her hand, and she smiles, and her teeth are filed, a bit like a shark. Her eyes are deep blue. I was just cleaning up my weapons after having defeated my previous enemy. Very quickly and very efficiently. It's a pleasure to meet you, Freshly Fallen. My name is Kamula.
Who was your previous enemy, Kamula?
A spirit who was a bit too arrogant with mortals. They're now not going to worry us for a while.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Ask her if we have anything to worry about.
Tell me something. She starts walking towards the three of you. Did you come through the sea, through the waves? I did not see anyone in the rainforest till not long ago, and I was patrolling. How did you get here?
Well, we popped out of some eggs, and we spoke to shells on the beach, and then we came through a cave, and now we're here.
Shells on the beach. She made you leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why would she do that?
I think it was my fault. She said there was another ancestor on the island who wanted us to leave.
It was entirely his fault. He upset it.
I see. I love the horned ones. You're always so friendly and trustworthy. But this place is difficult. Wagadu is not home. You're not home. You realize, right? All of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say, thanks the ancestors, you seem to be in good spirits. You know, when I fell, I was crushed for a few days. I couldn't speak. But I think there's something about the three of you. Like, you have a lot of energy, maybe some blessing or something. And that is great, because we need some help. She starts walking into the rainforest.
Should we follow you?
Help what?
Yeah.
Yes, please, and be
you have
quick.
more questions.
Yes, I shall listen while I walk. Because sometimes she just slashes through the undergrowth with her sword. She stops as if listening to something, and she keeps on going. Yes, I'm listening, daa'ima.
Okay, so we're following her.
Yeah, she's looking at you. I'm listening to you. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been here?
This is my 7th year since I fell, and I have tried to go back to the upper realms. There's no way, if that's the question.
So we're just stuck here.
Yes, forever.
Have you ever been off the island? How big is Wagadu?
Wagadu has a lot of islands, apparently. Some are as big as continents. There's grasslands, mountains, other rainforests like this, deserts even. I have not been away because we are stuck in this island.
Oh.
Apparently, the spirits don't want us to leave. You are the very first people to come here in a long time, and who have been able to cross the waters. I'm very impressed.
So, like, you've tried to leave and the spirits have stopped you, or like you can't even make the attempt to leave?
If we try to leave, we get attacked. There's a very, very angry ancestor, we think. We just call him the angry one. We don't know his name, but he says that he lost his mask. And because of this, we're all being punished, as if we stole it. But I'm very sure, we're all sure in the village that none of us stole the mask. Things are getting worse though now, because now he's blaming the spirits as well. So now spirits and ancestors are preparing for some sort of war. And this is very bad because it's affecting already the environment around us. You might have noticed strange things.
In the environment? The corals were not the right color.
She turns towards you and sheathes her sword. You must be the smart one. She turns back to the other ones and to the forest and keeps on walking. We're almost there. The village is just straight ahead. I will stay behind just in case. Don't worry, people will be friendly. I need to check and make sure that no one was following us.
Okay.
Thank you so much for answering our question.
She smiles and nods. May the ancestors protect you and the waves be friendly with you.
I guess we're going to make our way into the village.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Village, here we come.
The village is just a small collection of huts on stilts that seem to be made of wood, like bamboo and wood. There's lots of shells hanging around everywhere and kind of ladders to go up and down. It feels very cozy with like shells everywhere, lamps with flames on it. And there's a bunch of people just at the middle of these huts on the sand of the beach with canoes all around them. And they're sitting around the fire and cooking something, talking. They all seem to be similar to the woman you just met. They either have like a large shark fin on their head or like some webbed fingers, blue skin, all of them ikakis, sea people, fish people. They haven't noticed you yet. You just go directly to them, or what do you do?
Say hello from a distance.
Okay.
You don't sneak up on them and startle them.
That sounds like a good idea. They turn and notice you, and two of them hold some spears. One of them holds a trident. Who are you?
We just fell. Oh God, I already forgot her name.
Kamula.
Kamula said that you would welcome us here.
They look at each other. How do we know you're not lying? A woman stands up. She seems to be the oldest woman you've ever seen. Her face is like really wrinkled. Her eyes are two empty pearls. She barely has any teeth. The few ones left are filed and yellow. They're not lying. I can tell. She walks with a stick that is actually made of coral. And she's hunchback and slowly walks in your direction. So, our hunter found you. It sounds like a good omen to me. We haven't had any eggs in a long time. And you come just at the right time, as many things are happening, as you might have heard.
She told us there's trouble?
Yes. Spirits and ancestors are angry, and it's all because of a mask that we have not stolen. Maybe Kafukele sent the three of you as a blessing to help us.
Who is that?
It's the waves, it's the sky. Kafukele is everywhere. Kafukele protects us, nurtures us, and gave birth to everything. Just like the moon that you follow. Some would say that the moon and Kafukele are the same thing. She comes close to the three of you. She's very close now. She smells like fish a bit. You're probably hungry by now, right?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
What are your name, freshly fallen?
My name is Ifani.
I'm Caali.
And I'm Jadis.
They call me Grandma simply. Feel free to call me Grandma. And you may have some of the soup as well. Please join us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
The others start coming, surrounding you, the other Ikakis, and now they're very curious. So you got these white robes. It looks like something from a spirit or an ancestor. Like, oh, look at I love your wings. Can I touch them? Like, oh, your horns are so big. It's like, they're like super curious, and you can see they haven't met any strangers for a long time.
You can tell that I'm like really uncomfortable having this many people like close to me. So like kind of like hunching over, like try like, and I mean, I'm not being rude or like protecting myself. I just like, you could tell I feel really awkward.
Okay. So how do you swim without, like, how do you breathe underwater? With your noses? That must be bizarre. And the wings, can you flap them in the water? Don't they get wet? Can you fly afterwards? But yeah, and one of them, the horns to swim. Like, do you impale fish with those? It's fascinating. You can see one woman is touching your horns and like, and they're not like fins. They're really solid.
Be gentle with the wings.
Yes, please.
Don't want to rub any of the scales off. They look a lot better with the scales on, I promise.
Yeah. They work a lot better with the scales on, too.
Yeah.
Do you want them to stop touching you?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You can just, you need, like, with the 60 persuasion, you can get them off all of you. So it's very easy. Should be easy.
Yeah. It's not with the way we've been rolling.
What do I add to that again?
Persuasion is charisma. But you have a 10, so you don't add anything.
Okay, all right. So it's just 5.
Oh my god. I rolled another 2. Why is this happening?
Okay, I got a 9, which is I think the worst I've rolled so far. But good grief.
So they leave you as like, oh, it seems like the da'imas want us to check more their wings. Yeah, it must be it's just like when, like, don't worry, we understand you. It's the same for us. When you say like invite someone for dinner and they say no, it's just politeness. They actually want it. So we understand it's the same for you. Like, you need to stop saying that we shouldn't touch you. We know that you're fine with that. We're going to make you feel at home. And they
no means no.
The grandma comes to your rescue. She seems to have understood. Leave them alone. Sure. She moves with her stick. They're freshly fallen. Let them rest. And didn't you hear they said no? The others move away a bit flustered. Yeah, we'll serve them some food. Yes, that would be better. Serve them food and stop touching them. They just came here and we're soon going to send them to a terribly challenging quest in order to save the whole island. How about letting them rest a bit before we scare them with the actual mission they have to go for? I shouldn't have mentioned this like this. Maybe I should have explained a bit before.
I'm sorry.
What?
And she sits down laughing. Sorry, I forget that you understand our language as well. You speak the same language. So let's talk about your stay here. I guess, as you might have listened, there's something I need to ask you. We are stuck on this island, but we think that the mask of the ancestor is in the next island. And since you managed to cross the waters without being annihilated, as we haven't been able to for years, we thought you could go to the other island and get the mask, which would stop the conflict that's happening between spirits and ancestors.
I mean, it was a really close thing. It felt like kind of crossing. I mean, just because we went from that island to this island, maybe we can't go from this island to that island. How do you know that we'll be okay?
She smiles without saying anything with her few teeth. Yes, I agree.
Great.
Any other questions?
What does the mask look like?
You're a very curious lady. It's like it covers the face and it has opening for the eyes. I'm pretty sure.
So a mask.
Nice.
Cool. Yep.
Have you ever even seen it before?
She just looks at you and smiles.
You said something about food?
Yes, we have a lot of food. You should be well fed. One thing I'm confident about, this is going to be a very easy meal. Don't listen to me before. I'm an old lady and I get confused sometimes. It's going to be a very easy thing to go there. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, some other Fallen just did it a couple of years ago and they were very happy. Everything went very well and it was glorious. Yeah, so don't worry. One of the other Ikaki says, are you talking about the dead ones? He turns towards him and just looks at him. And I meant the gone ones. They're gone. They're very gone. They're so gone we haven't seen them for a while, but they're just gone. The Ikaki runs away, very embarrassed. Yeah, he meant gone. So don't worry, it's going to be safe. And we're going to provide you with a canoe as well. A very sturdy one. Not that anything could come out of the water, but just a very sturdy one, just in case, for the waves. She pours a lot of soup in your plates and give you.
I'm gonna whisper to the two of them while she's busying herself with the food, like, I don't know if we need to go on this mission, but we definitely need to get out of here.
Yeah, she does not seem to be being completely honest with us. But this soup is delicious.
The soup, yeah, it seems to have some interesting vegetables, and mixed with sea kelp. So it's like a surprising mix. It's very salty, but sort of tasty as well. Good. Eat. You need energies.
I'm gonna eat all that they serve me, and very quickly too, like I'm starving.
Okay. In the meantime, a drumming starts, and a young Ikaki man with reddish skin and a big kind of mohawk fin on his head starts playing a drum, and then some other ones start clapping hands, and then all of a sudden there's a dance happening around you. You don't understand the words. It must be some ancient Ikaki ritual language, but it kind of looks very welcoming. And there are, sometimes they'll say in the common tongue, and you're most welcome to join us. Welcome to our village. We wish you good. And they keep on dancing, drumming around you and singing. And it goes on while you are eating for a while. Do you just enjoy the food, relax? Is there anything you want to do before? Because actually, by the way, the sun is setting now, so you can see the beach is just in front of you of the hut, and you can see the sun that looks incredibly large, even bigger than you remember it from whichever fragments of memories you have of the upper realms. And now it's becoming orange and yellow and pink. There's just a few clouds around it that are taking on the same color, and the reflection is like a beautiful carpet of golden on the sea waves, and it looks definitely more beautiful than any sunset you've seen in your memories.
Cool. So I guess because I'm eating so slow, or so fast rather, after I'm done eating, I'm gonna just kind of sit back and watch the dance, kind of maybe clap along.
Okay, it continues into the night, Till people start bringing some palm wine. On small calabashes, there's this white bubbly substance. Here, have some palm wine. We should celebrate. You made it alive through the fall.
I will
Everybody
definitely.
drinks?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will as well.
I'll have some, enough to be respectful, but not too much.
Okay. So since you're the only one who moderated the intake, Chelsea and Peter, you need to roll Constitution saves.
Okay.
I got an 8.
You know, I'm gonna try the other dice for this one. What do I add?
+2.
I have 6.
Okay, 6. Yeah, and how about you, Peter?
I got an 8.
Okay. So both of you collapse into the sand and fall asleep. It was just too much. It was a long day.
At least we're napping.
Yeah. One of the kakis sits next to your character, next to Caali, Sheryl. And it's a young woman with sad eyes and long blue hair. It's kind of it's braided in many small braids, and she has just a very simple rug that she's wearing and a bracelet made of glowing cowrie shells. So, how do you feel? Falling is a very strange thing, right?
Everything is very confusing. Yes.
And now Grandma wants to send you into a mission, right?
Yeah. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I do. I tried going once, and I almost got killed.
Oh, it's good you didn't. What happened?
The thing in the water hates us Ikaki. So it's definitely fortunate that you, the three of you, none of you belongs to the fish people. I think this increases the chances that you might make it alive. But there is another way. If you don't want to risk looking for the mask, you could try speaking with the ancestors or the spirits and convince them to stop the war. But if I have to be frank, I'm not sure which of the scenarios is more frightening to me.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people to talk to.
Well, I did not want to scare you. I apologize.
No, it's all right. I appreciate the information, I guess. If we did want to go to the other island, do you have any ideas about where on the island we would find the mask?
Yes, I think I do. There was a dream that some of us had in the village recently. And we saw in the middle of that small island, there's like some sort of cave. And there's water in the cave. And there's something floating. And we think that's the mask. Because it's so powerful, it resonated in our dreams. I've seen it again now and then. I'm pretty sure that's the mask.
Well, that's incredibly helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if we could make it to the island, that seems like a good solution.
She smiles and looks at the fire. I really hope you make it. Nature is starting to suffer because of the conflict. The fruits are less, the fish are less. Something is happening.
Well, for the sake of everyone who lives here, which includes us now, yeah, it sounds like that's a thing we should try to do.
You are definitely heroes. On my first day when I fell, I could barely walk around. And you're like strong, crossing the waters and the forest. You definitely have the blessing of Kafukele. I think you'll make it alive.
Well, I almost drowned, but thanks for the confidence.
Oh, it's true. You people drown. Well, don't drown, please.
I'll do my best.
She looks. Let me help a bit. She looks into her bag. She has like some sort of lots of things hanging on her side, like pouches and so on. She pulls out like 3 small calabashes, and there's some liquid inside. She shakes them. Each of them is magic. I made it. It has a healing potion inside. It's like a healing liquid.
Oh, wow. That's very cool. You mean to give these to us?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'll make sure. I sort of gestured to the two of them asleep in the sand. I'll make sure they get them later. That's incredibly generous. Thank you.
And have more of the palm wine now. I saw that you were just sipping, and just have it and enjoy it. If things don't go well, you might not have a palm wine in a long time. So just enjoy your night.
Okay.
She pours more of the palm wine into your calabash, and then stands up and walks away, her shadow disappearing in the darkness. There's just flickering fire, the drums have stopped. Now it's just stars above all of you, like glittering very brightly. You see the moon, and it's almost full.
I'll spend a while just looking at the moon.
It gives you calmness. You feel like Adesa, the queen of the moon, and your goddess is almost looking at you. No matter which world you are, your home, Wagadu, the moon is still there, and that is definitely a comfort in this moon. You eventually fall asleep, right? Cool. So I would suggest that this could be a good time for our break, probably, right? Pacing-wise, and then so maybe you want to take on Sheryl, how that works.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. So wow, we have a ton of people watching. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out in the chat. I'm glad you've been enjoying our terrible dice rolls, and also the super cool story that Allan is telling for us. So yeah, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break, get up and get some more water. Get a snack, use the restroom, whatever. You can do the same. Pet your pets if you've got them, take your meds, whatever you need, and meet us back here in about 10 minutes. All right, we'll see you soon. Hi, everybody. We're back. Hope you enjoyed your break. We got some more water, and some people had some cereal for breakfast. So we hope that you're ready to jump back into the story with us. Do your thing.
So you all, the memories of the drums kind of dissipating, the quiet of the night taking over. There's now quite a cold breeze, but you're all asleep. And interestingly, you are having the same dream at the same time. You hear something that sounds like a harp, a kora harp, and there's in the darkness around you, there's something that starts appearing, taking form. It's like one mask, then another one, then another one. There are many oval masks, wooden masks with patterns on them, covering a wall. It's like a wall made of masks, of wooden masks. And it's massive, and it kind of seems to go all the way to the sky. It's in front of you. And the three of you are standing in front of it. And it's looking at you. It's like this wall of masks is looking at you. And finally, you hear some words. We are the ancestors. What are you looking for? What? You search. What you seek? What are you looking for? In the old rock. You want to help grandma. You help or the old daa'ima. You're helping her. The old Ikaki lady. You help her. Or not. What do you do, the three of you?
We want to help.
One of the masks come off the wall and floats towards all the way in front to Jadis. And it starts growing horns, shaped exactly like yours. And you feel a familiar connection to these ancestors, one of your ancestors. The voice is exactly the same as your grandfather's voice when he was young. So, my grandchild, how can I help you?
We're supposed to go to this other island, but there's something in the ocean that might try and kill us. I don't know anything about boats or the ocean. Can you? I don't know. Is there something we should do? Or
how apt is it that you yourself ask me this question? Because you are the answer to the question itself. When you be on the waves, do not forget who you are, who we are. That shall save you and everyone else. The three of you wake up in the beach. It's sunnier than you expected. And of course, for the two daa'imas is very annoying already. Your eyes are tearing up as the sun shines straight into them. There's a slight headache, especially for Ifani and Jadis, because of last night. Caali is fresher than the others. The village has gone back to its life. People are like, some people busy on canoes. They seem to be heading, probably fishing into the bay. Some others, you notice like a man and a woman with like big pots on their head going into the rainforest. One of them already has half of it full with fruits. And you notice just one child. It's like a girl, maybe 6 or 7 years old, and she's now looking at you. You didn't see her yesterday. And she's standing with her feet in the waves. Good morning.
Good morning.
She turns into waves and kind of like literally flashes into the water.
whoa!
Wait, what?
Oh!
Did you guys see that?
Good morning. Don't mind her. She's the spirit child of the village. You know, we said people don't have children. You know, it's like you will discover, oh yeah, maybe you don't know because you're new, but Wagadu, children born here are very different. They're like spirits. They're not very human, and they can be very difficult to manage. Imagine when you're trying to catch a child and then they turn into water. Not good. You know, I remember the children of the upper realms, you know, when I was young, they did not turn into anything. They would just stay children, if I recall correctly. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, everyone listen to them. They remember it like me. Children don't turn into water. And one of them was like, I was so sure that was happening in the upper realms as well. You're damned, one of the other ones. They start arguing with each other. Anyways, of course I was right, as in everything. And I'm going to tell you, prepare your canoe and you're going to be completely safe on that canoe. There's nothing that could happen to you. So the prayers that we will make when you're leaving are just an excessive precaution, let's say. So we are indeed sprinkling with our blessings currently the boat, but it's not because we think anything bad could happen. It's just precaution. You never know in life, right?
Right. Do I believe that what they're doing is actually blessing?
Inside.
Okay. I feel like oh my god, natural 4 for a 7. I just can't roll.
Yeah, you just stop trying.
I need a new d20.
You're not sure. You're not familiar with the ritual, so maybe actually, if anybody has a bit of religion, maybe that could help as well.
Yes, I have I'm proficient in religion.
Same.
Go for it then.
I got a 16.
Oh, a 6.
Okay, so you're really not familiar with it, Caali, but for Jadis, yeah, it sounds like some chanting related to some Kafukele, the Kaki god. So it sounds like a blessing. I think you're quite confident.
Yeah.
Not sure what type of blessing it is, but
yeah, it's some kind of boat blessing or something protective. I think I'm not really familiar with that kind of magic, but
All blessings are good blessings.
Yep.
If they want, they'd be curses. So we're good.
yeah, that makes sense, I think.
A man comes close to Ifani, your character, Chelsea, with a bowl, like a large calabash with water inside.
Oh.
And I heard that you da'imas can kind of make things fly, like with your wings. So can you make this bowl fly? Can you make me fly?
Well, I can't do that right now. Sun's up. It's a bit too bright. It's a little painful. Just adjusting right now. I would love to if I make it back here sometime when the moon is full. I'll try for you.
So you need to survive the sail to the other island. That's a bummer. I mean, no, of course, we'll be waiting for you. Yeah, see you. Just as Grandma said, you're definitely going to make it back. So we're looking forward to seeing you for the magic. And yeah, thank you so much. They look at each other and they look at Grandma that's looking at them, like glaring at them. Thank you, youngsters. Stop disturbing our friends here who are going to go through a very safe journey now. And let them stay relaxed, since they'll be relaxed throughout the journey all the way to the island. So yeah, I'm so sorry, like so many distractions. Is there anything you'd like to have? Maybe some more food before you leave?
Yes, I would love some breakfast.
Awesome. So as you can see, we've filled your canoe with fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
No, I just said I'll have some too. Very quiet.
Yes, of course. They bring other bowls of warm soup, some fruits. There's some eggs as well, and you have like a lot of food. They added even way more. It seems to be almost too much food in the canoe as well. This canoe actually has a sail as well.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna fill my pockets with fruit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take as much food as I can hold.
Mm-hmm.
And I like dump some in the canoe and then take some more.
Okay. They even added some in the canoe, so there's a lot of food in the canoe at this point.
Okay.
Great. Do you have any final questions for me? Not that you have to worry about anything, but just, any questions about like things to do to relax on the boat while you have like completely relaxing trip to the island.
Any good audiobooks? No. Assuming we get the mask, should we bring it back here? Should we deliver it to the ancestor who it belongs to? What's the story on that?
Yes, that'd be great. Like if you meet him in person, if you meet Kudila, then give it back to Kudila. But make sure it's actually Kudila. And you can recognize him because he's completely gray-skinned. So if he's not gray-skinned, don't give them the mask. That would be very unfortunate if you gave the mask to someone who is not Kudila. So unfortunate that we might all die. So please, thank you.
Yep, cool.
Now,
Good. Yeah, good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, so now, I don't want to say the customary our lives depends on you. Because it's actually worse. The whole ecosystem depends on you. So please, we'll be waiting for you to make a safe return. And if anything happens, I've actually placed a couple of additional tridents on the canoe, but I'm sure you're not going to need them. It's just that just in case. Sure.
Yep.
Wow. This is the most ominous thing that has ever happened to me.
You Peter or you Jadis?
I don't be Peter, I think.
You can see she looks at the water. There's other ikakis that appear. They start playing some drums and singing. And she sings as well. May you have a safe journey. Even if there's no risk, still have a safe journey. And she starts clapping. Smiles with a few teeth.
We get in the boat.
Yeah.
Everybody's smiling, very wide smiles, and looking at you.
Like very awkward waves.
Yes,
Like,
very
oh
awkward.
god, we're gonna go die.
Bye. I hope I'll see y'all again.
Yeah, for sure. See you soon.
You don't sound very confident. I say
Well,
it's
means you.
drifting away.
Yeah. The waves start, the canoe starts bobbing up and down with the waves, and very quickly the village on stilts and the beach start shrinking. The forest itself, which is green wall of the rainforest, the trees, starts becoming smaller and smaller and smaller behind you, and the waves bigger and bigger around you. You still can see the island in front of you, but the waves feel much bigger now than you thought as you're. Who's actually two people again can be rowing this to row? Who wants to row?
In
I
case I
rode
wasn't,
last time. So
in case I wasn't clear,
think-
my arms are like this big around.
Yeah, I'll do it too. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm rowing again.
Not a strong boy.
Okay.
Has again gotten
Okay.
This is athletics again.
Yes. So it's
Oh my god. 13. One of my high rolls.
okay.
What am I
Chelsea?
adding again? I'm sorry.
Athletics. So D20 plus strength.
So you have
Was
a
it-
strength of 10, so you don't add anything.
Okay. All right. So just 14, which is actually
Okay. So you actually managed pretty decently to keep on rowing straight, and you are actually going in the right direction.
I think you guys are getting better at this.
Yeah. And then suddenly you see like a very large seagull, much bigger than normal, that starts flying around you and now it's slowly circling and coming down. It must be the biggest seagull I've ever seen. And it doesn't seem very friendly because it's behaving like it's way too interested in the content of the canoe, which is the three of you.
So it seems like it's more interested in us than in the food.
Yes.
Oh.
Do we look like French fries? I feel like we look like French fries.
It's a good question.
I asked Peter to distract it.
All right. Jadis is gonna grab some of the food and throw it like towards the seagull to like try and like lure it away from the boat, like throwing it into the ocean, but like hope like in it near enough that it'll see it.
Look, an animal handling with disadvantage because it's not so interested in the food, but maybe you're lucky.
That's a 5.
Okay. The seagull doesn't even barely notices that you're throwing things into the water. It's much closer now.
Okay.
I asked the seagull what it wants, not expecting it to answer, but just hoping that I can figure it out.
Sorry, excuse me. What?
No, just like rhetorically ask the seagull, what do you want?
Ah, yes. Okay. No answer so far.
I try waving my arms and my paddle to try to like scare it off.
Okay, so that's an intimidation. I think it's not excessively scary, so you can, unfortunately, with disadvantage as well.
Oh, of course, that's when I rolled a natural 20, but the lower one
Is?
intimidational via 6. Yep, there it was.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Natural 20 would have been different, but 6, no, it's not intimidated, and now it's getting way too close. You have to roll initiative. So, how much?
Well, like a.
I got a 14.
Okay. So is JD's first?
I have a 17.
Okay.
And Chelsea, you'll add a +4 to whatever your D20 roll is.
Okay, so I have 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Then Ifani, Chelsea, your character is first. So the seagull is last. Okay, good for you. So, so it's flying just a few meters above the three of you on the canoe. What do you do, Ifani?
I throw an oar at it. I'm just gonna throw it at it.
Okay.
Like
Okay. It's relatively close, so you can try.
All right, what do I do?
Just roll a basic range. So just dexterity check, basically, yeah. Because there's no proficiency.
So roll and
D20 dexterity +4.
ooh, look at that. 21.
Whew.
Okay. Actually, the paddle hits the one of the wings of the seagull, and it's a bit startled. And Caali, Sheryl, it's your turn.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Do.
Giant seagull is a bit confused. Not his turn yet.
Who's the first?
Oh wow. I don't want to hurt it if I don't have to, but I don't have anything to not hurt it with. Oh gosh. Oh wow, I don't know. So I have I don't know if I want to do that. Is there anything shiny in the boat?
And if it's not in your equipment, if you have anything in your equipment that's shiny, I mean, you have some maybe metal weapons, arrowheads. Anybody
Yeah.
has arrowheads?
Yeah, I have arrowheads.
Those
You
should be
know I have a quiver.
Yeah, I do.
It should be visible, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's loose with my stuff.
Okay, then I would like grab something that has a shiny metal bit on it and sort of like swing it around in the air and kind of throw it off to the side again to try to distract the seagull.
This is definitely one. So you can try deception check, I'd say. Yeah, and it could work. So,
Okay.
and thanks to the prop support, add a +2 to the result.
Cool. Oops, that landed on my notes. Oh my god, why can I not roll above a 5? But my deception is +4, so that would be an 11 overall.
With that, you add the bonus as well? Okay.
Yeah,
Plus
so
2.
it's
Yeah.
5 plus
Okay.
4 plus 2. Yeah.
Okay. It's a bit too low, so it quickly looks at it and then turns back to the three of you. And then is JD's and then the seagull.
Okay. Since we're all still going for non-damaging attacks, I am gonna cast Mage Hand and cast it like up against the seagull's body and try and like push it away from us, like hold it back almost.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot. Yes, see, we'll see what happens. So as you cast it, you cannot really push the seagull, but definitely it kind of startles it again and confuses it. So say it got an oar very well aimed to the wing, that kind of hurt it a slight bit. Weird things fly into the water, fruits, arrowheads, and something is touching it now unexpectedly. It looks at you one last time and then flies away, not taking any risks. So you managed to send it away without killing it.
We confused it.
I think we can.
Yes.
It was like, you know what? It's not worth it.
That's
Clearly
literally,
yeah.
that was literally the seagull's thing. Is like, nope. Yeah, so you can roll again athletics to keep on sailing. It's smooth otherwise.
Oh my god, I have rolled so many 5s. That's a 10.
Okay.
I have 12.
Okay. You're a bit slower, but you're still sailing in the right direction. And then something comes out from the fruits. is like a tiny, it looks like a tiny person, but like just a few centimeters tall, that has, it sort of seems to be like the half mango as a hat, and then like glowing pink eyes, and it just sits and flies. It's kind of buzzing with like fly wings, and it sits on some mangoes and looks at the three of you. You don't mind if I join as well, right?
No, but who are you?
My name is Half Mango, and I'm a spirit, a very powerful one. People don't say so, but don't listen to them. I'm big and powerful, and I'm here to protect you.
Well, we can use all the protection we can get. Thank you.
Yeah, and I like mangoes, so we'll keep you around a bit longer.
Yes, but please don't eat these mangoes. One of them is my home.
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
He points one, this one. Please don't eat it, please.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna put that mango to the side. You can find a side in the canoe.
Thanks. And by the way, you might want to make an offering to me because I'm a powerful spirit that is going to protect you for the rest of this sail. So what do you offer me?
I'm gonna find the best mango that we have in the canoe that's not already your house, and I offer that.
You can roll persuasion with advantage. So I got the biggest mango.
What am I adding?
Advantage means you can roll twice.
And keep the highest.
Yeah.
And then you add charisma to your...
Her charisma is a 10.
Okay, so nothing.
17.
Okay. You can see like struggling to fly, holding the massive mango. So yeah, I take the blessing. Thank you. You can see, he starts eating like really fast, like a piranha, like almost the mango, and then like holds like the half-eaten mango with a big smile. So I'm going to give you my first help. There is an Inkinanka that is coming towards here. A dragon. Oh. So that is, you might want to be careful. I suspect, looking at the equipment you have and the way you move, I don't think you're strong enough to deal with the dragon.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
Where is it coming from?
I think it will be here in a few minutes.
Can you help us escape it?
Now you're asking too much. It's like I said I'm going to help you, but I cannot do everything for you. Like I think you're too big. I cannot carry all of you flying or anything.
Okay, can you give us some way to defeat it?
I see he's still eating mango and watching the three of you.
I'll give you a second mango.
Second mango. Yeah, maybe. It has like this Ninkinanka has a baby Ninkinanka. If you kind of maybe manage to amuse the baby, that could help, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to sit here and watch now. You can just eating the mango and watching, like the three of you. Who's back to sailing, I guess? The two of you?
Yes, but looking around to spot this dragon when it appears.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be looking. On lookout.
Okay. So you can roll athletics for the two rowers.
Let's go.
I have rolled a statistically impossible number of 5s. It's another 10.
I have an 11.
Okay, 10 and 11. You're still quite slow, but at least you're moving in the right direction. And definitely, Jadis, you see in the water something not very big, like human size, moving in towards the boat. So you spot it. No need to roll.
Oh, okay. Do I know if there are water dragons in this area? Not this area. I don't know anything about this area, but like, could that be the dragon that the spirit was talking about?
You can roll an Arcana.
Okay.
Actually, nature would be better.
Oh.
A nature check. Hey!
Nature check. Nature check. Context.
That is a 19, actually.
Okay. So from the shape, you're pretty sure it's a baby Ninkinanka, a baby dragon.
Oh.
Okay. I am going to, at the suggestion of trying to amuse it, I am going to start casting prestidigitation to make little like fireworks go off near the creature, to hopefully doing something.
Okay. I think you can even roll a performance.
Oh, okay.
So while two of you are canoeing, you can see Jade is just looking at the water and just flashing. There's lots of little cow heads like spinning and kind of flashing and growing in size and floating on the water. What did you roll for the check, the athletics, and the performance?
I got 17 for my
Okay.
performance.
And for the athletics?
Am I doing
The other two, just at the same.
Gotcha.
We're multitasking.
Hey, that's better. That's a 22. Athletics, yeah.
And Chelsea? We just
If it stops rolling, there we go. 16.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Sorry.
Oh, 16.
16.
Sorry.
Okay, awesome. So you're actually going like really fast, and you manage to insert yourself on the current, and now you're moving very fast, very speedy, and the wind is blowing the sail as well. So actually, I think you're going to be very soon reach the island where the mask is. So now the Ninkinanka is always struggling to follow you, but it's like jumping sometimes, starts jumping out of the water to eat some of the illusions, and you see it. It looks like some sort of long, chubby snake with ossicones, like giraffe-like horns, basically, and big eyes. And the fur is like bluish, but a bit with stains on it. And it looks somewhat cute as it jumps out and then back into the water, and is very amused and having fun. And suddenly, it jumps into the canoe. And is now looking at the three of you, and it stands up a bit like a snake. You can see it has some tiny fins that it uses like on the sides, and it looks friendly and it has very big eyes.
Well, hello there.
Hi. I don't want to touch it because I don't know. Can I juggle some fruit for this?
Yeah. So if you manage a performance 15, you're good.
Okay.
Oh no.
And you can use dexterity for this performance check.
Okay.
So your proficiency, if you have it, and then there's dexterity. I think you don't have proficiency, so that's probably just a +4, right?
Yes. So 16.
Okay. Well done. Like you managed to juggle, and the Ninkinanka is really seems to enjoy it, and is like waving and moving up and right, and really seems to be bouncing happily. All of a sudden, there were no clouds in the blue sky, but somehow a shadow is covering the boat. It's dark all of a sudden. Your daa'ima eyes are pleased, but probably that's the only part of you that's pleased of the feeling that you currently have.
I bet that's mommy.
Yes. Dripping with seawater on top of you, many meters high, like a large building. There's this dragon head looking at you. It looks like a sort of an iguana with large giraffe horns and blue eyes staring at you. The scales are blue and gray, and the eyes don't seem to be very friendly. You can see the little Ninkinanka makes a strange wailing sound looking up at their presumably mother or father. What do you do? Let's roll initiative just for the order of things. You haven't been attacked yet, but just for the order.
Yet.
Yes.
Ooh, I got a 21.
I have a 5.
Okay.
What do I add?
Your dexterity, so
Plus
plus 4.
Okay, great. 14.
Okay. So actually, it's going to be Peter, Chelsea, Nikki Nanka, and Sheryl. So what do you do, Jadine?
I I think I'm going to offer some food. We have some fish, right? Some soup or something.
have some
To
fish.
the larger Nikki Nanka. Nikki Nanka.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can try persuasion with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
The offering is not really that interesting.
I got a 14.
Okay. The Ninki Nanka is not upset, at least, by what you do. So this is something. In the meantime, the mango spirit just buzzes noisily and is eating. Oh, now it gets interesting.
Great.
What did you do, Chelsea?
Ooh. I don't want to upset it.
Don't stop juggling.
I know, I'm still juggling.
Can hear the spirit. I told you. I told you.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep juggling to entertain the baby.
So you're going to keep juggling, you said. Okay.
To entertain the baby, yeah.
So this can just roll again then. Same check plus 4 dexterity for
19.
performance check. Okay, so actually that's not a bad idea at all, because the little Ninki Nanka is very amused and emits a sound that reminds you of laughter almost, like a strange growling laughter. And then it's, the dragon's turn. So the large Ninki Nanka lowers their head to look at the three of you, and then at the baby. Actually, she dwells on Ifani for a while and the juggling. Due to the fear of seeing such a large creature staring at you so close, and to keep on juggling, roll
No.
wisdom save. A wisdom save.
No.
You need a 10 to succeed. If you fail, you just start dropping all of the. So it's just like for the to keep your cool, to stay focused. Like
14.
Okay, so you manage to keep on going, even if you're a bit nervous because there's a giant dragon like dripping next to you and looking at you. You try not to focus on the sharp teeth, on the giant eyes. It's all good, and you manage. The baby Ninki Nanka keeps on laughing, and you can see the little spirit is throwing away the mango and opening another one and like eating it. And the dragon moves towards Ifani, opens its mouth slowly, amusing, very amusing. But now I shall take my daughter away. Thank you. I suppose I will not murder you this time and not feed on you. You did well. You amused my daughter. Well done. Well done. She looks toward the tiny spirit. It looks like you find yourself some good worshippers. Keep them close, since I'm not eating them this time. And he looks, for once they survive. It's already the 5th time. Thank you, Ninki Nanka. Thank you, thank you. Do you want some mango? You see the Ninki Nanka seems irritated by the spirit, but just nudges the baby Ninki Nanka to jump back into the water, looks at the three of you, and then sniffs Jadis. I know this scent. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I'm not sure. Just smell like me.
I would never eat a relative. You could have just mentioned it. She looks back into the water. Good luck with the mask. Try and make it alive. She disappears with the baby. You can see the baby jumps out last time, just kind of to wave in the water, and then little giraffe cones disappear in the waves as the boat disappear.
I turn to Half Mango and say, so you knew them, huh?
Yeah, you could say so. I've met a few times, but it didn't go as well each time. This time I can see that your faith in worshiping me has provided you with life. So I'm your life giver. You should call me your life giver and worship me and make a shrine for me. Look at how my protection is working so well. I need mangoes every single day after this because it's thanks to me that you survived. Throws away, opens another mango.
I love it. Is it a male? Is it him?
It looks male, yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna eat all of our mangoes.
I mean...
Oh, there's still 4 left. If you want, I can... I mean, if you don't want to survive, then you don't have to worship your spirit, your great spirit, and you don't have to offer all of the mangoes.
No. Our mangoes are your mangoes.
Thank you.
Here, actually, I have one in my pocket. Here, you can have this one as well.
He takes it and just like struggles to hold all of the mangoes and starts eating them. Back to sailing, rowing and sailing.
Yep.
Okay. You can see the spirit is looking at the island quietly and sitting on the pile of fruit while eating mangoes. Otherwise, you notice the coastline is becoming is closer. It looks like a sandy beach, just like the one of the first island where you fell into. But this time, there's just a few trees, rare in between. They seem to be acacias, so like, with very flat, open treetops. And grass, a lot of grass as well. Just up behind it, the first dunes, then there's just mostly grass. You even notice the silhouettes of some animals, maybe some wildebeest, but you're not sure. There's one last thing. There are like some very deadly currents now, so you should be careful.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
If the boat crashes, you can fly, right? So we can fly away.
Right. Yeah.
Not all of us can fly.
Okay, so that would be 2 survivors and 1 dead. It's still the majority of my flock has survived. It's not that bad.
You're very pragmatic, Half Mango.
Thank you. I appreciate you seeing the truth of my wisdom. Finally, some worshippers that can see that. I will bestow you the blessing of mangoes. You do not perceive any magic aura or anything.
You smell slightly of mango.
Thank you for blessing us with a weird mango.
You're right. Don't mention it. The mangoes are finished now, and he's starting to dig for other fruits and looking into you do notice that the waves are becoming faster. Like actually, there's like the currents just are moving weird. Like the boat almost gets suddenly tucked to the left and then to the right, and it's becoming harder. You will need both of you strength or like athletics check of 15 to keep the boat in. If you fail, then things start getting complicated. So you need a 15 at least, both of you.
Oh, bless us, Half Mango. Yes. Athletics of 22.
Okay, so I have...
Only 20?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't hear it.
20.
20, perfect. Okay.
Yay.
Awesome. Then
You
you
all have been
managed to
saving all your good rolls.
Yeah, exactly. 70 for the current. So you managed to, the currents are really strong, and there's some like really sharp rocks you can see on the right and the left. And you're managing to avoid them with some lots of strength and pushing and rowing in the right way. Then you turn Ifani, you turn the sails so that you can actually use the wind to your advantage a couple of times. And you managed to do great. So for JD sitting at the back, it's just a comfortable ride. You see them sweating a bit. They seem to be putting a lot of work. For you, it's just very comfortable and relaxing. And
I occasionally I'll say like, you guys you're doing a great job.
He's really just along for the ride, isn't he?
Uh-huh. I'll use prestidigitation to like cast like puffs of wind over them to like help cool them off while they're working.
That actually really helps because it's very hot day, so yeah, helps. Don't forget me. Half Mango looks at you.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I some wind on Half Mango as well.
Thank you. You will be bestowed a special place in the Church of Half Mango. I'm actually thinking about it. We should build a temple or something, and everybody's going to worship Half Mango, the major spirit of the islands. We're going to start something together. It's going to be great. He takes a banana and starts chewing it and quickly eat all of it. The coast is closed now. You can easily beach if you want, beach the canoe. It's perfectly white sand, beautiful, just in the color interrupted by a few shells, glowing, like kind of shiny shells. There's like a starfish nearby that is just where the waves hit the sand. And behind, then it gets grassy very quickly. And there's like one strange tree not too far. It's actually massive. It's like one of you probably need like 20 people to hug it. And it has very tiny leaves. It has like a crown of like tiny leaves, but it's a really, really massive trunk. And there's some incisions on it as well, some inscriptions that have been kind of cut into the bark. You cannot see anything anything else from this distance.
Can we, do we recognize the cuts or the inscription in the bark? Like, is it a language?
You have to go close to the tree.
Okay, yeah, I'll get closer.
So Half Mango starts flying if you all get down out of the canoe and following you. Never gotten this far. I wonder what happens now. I wonder if it's as deadly as they say.
How deadly do they say it is?
I mean, no one came back, so we don't know. We just know that people don't come back.
100% deadly. Okay.
But we need to start something together. Please don't die on me.
Do you want to ride on my shoulder?
Thank you. He sits. Blessed shall be your shoulder. He just waves his hands. You still don't feel any magic aura, but he seems very convinced.
It will be harder for us to die if you give us some kind of blessing to keep us alive.
Yes. I shall bless you.
Survive, we'll worship you.
He focuses and then opens his eyes, become like really big and glowy. And this time you perceive there's something happening. The blessing. Give them the blessing. And he shakes and then some sort of silvery rain, like silvery glitter comes over the three of you. And you feel very satiated, very full. You shall not be hungry for 24 hours. Imagine fighting with hunger. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Thanks for that.
very helpful. Very helpful.
I mean, he's eating all of our fruit anyway.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You meant your offerings, right? Not your food.
Right.
I thought only the mangoes were offered.
Oh!
Fair.
He looks into the grass. I shall go for a while. Have fun. See you later. Disappears in the grass.
Ooh.
Bye.
something comes out from the grass, and it's a buffalo looking at you. It doesn't seem relaxed from how it's kind of kicking on the ground and looking at the three of you. Roll for initiative.
No good.
What?
That's a 1 right there. I can read it in your face.
Oh, that's a 3.
3.
I have an 11.
I had a 7.
Okay. So it's Sheryl first, me, and then Peter, Chelsea. So what do you do? The buffalo is really close, actually.
Okay. So it's like you said, it's like digging its hooves into the ground and snorting like it looks upset.
It looks a bit upset, snorting, yes.
I am gonna this is good real life advice too, not make eye contact with it and just sort of like slowly back up.
Okay. And then keep on backing up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be not threatening.
Okay. So for now, it doesn't do anything. It just keeps on snorting, kicking. Peter.
I think I want to try and intimidate it. Like I want to try and I want to use prestidigitation to make it look like my hands catch fire.
Okay. So as soon as you do this, its action is triggered because it's delaying its action to react and charges straight into you.
Oh no.
So what's your armor class?
So according to my character sheet, my armor class is 15. Does that make sense? That seems high. I don't have any
Armor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's Roll20 put that on there as part of my draconic bloodline. So I think it's a 13.
13, okay. So it charges you, and unfortunately, the horns, one of the horns slashes through your stomach. It's 12 damage.
Oh, okay. I am unconscious.
Oh
Okay.
no!
So it just like pulls you up, and then you see him flying and back on the ground in a pool of blood. It's you can see it's the buffalo is still angry and might insist with the body. It's not going to just let it go and try and So now, Chelsea, what do you do? No pressure.
Meanwhile, Peter is dying.
The buffalo is there.
Can I distract it?
Yeah, how?
That's a very good question. How do I distract it? And I throw something like into the grass to distract it. So
you can try. Yeah. So try. It's not going to be easy, but you can try a deception check. And what are you throwing? Just like something random.
Like a rock.
Okay.
So deception check?
Yeah.
What am I adding?
It's charisma.
Okay. All right. 18? Is that enough?
Okay. So as you throw this, it doesn't follow it, but it definitely distracts the bull who is now looking at the grass, and it means the next turn is not going to act. So you're kind of like saved Jadis from being trampled over the next turn, which is definitely useful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's Sheryl, right? Yeah, it's you.
I have the calabashes with the healing potion in them, so I'm gonna run over and feed one to Jadis so that he's not dying anymore.
Okay, awesome. Then you can roll it. It's just like a healing potion.
So 1d8.
Yeah.
Is that right?
+1.
5.
Okay.
Wait, 5 total or 5 plus
total.
1? Okay.
Total, yeah. So there's a bitter flavor in your mouth, pain in your body, especially your stomach is burning. You just open your eyes to see the skin and flesh kind of rebuilding in your stomach, but it doesn't build completely. So still the skin is thin and doesn't look very healthy, but it's enough for you to stand up again when it's your turn, which is, wait, no, who was first? Was it, that's you first, yeah. So you Peter.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of like cough and like stand up slowly, kind of clutching my stomach, still trying to like hold it together and kind of like being gentle with it. Now I'm mad. I'm gonna do the real thing. I want to cast Burning Hands at this bull.
Okay.
So
What am I rolling?
It makes a dexterity saving throw.
Saving dexterity, right? Yeah, cool. So I definitely failed.
Oh. Okay. Then you take 11 fire damage.
Okay. The fire sprays from your hands, engulfing the buffalo. It seems very scared. You get like actually a free, if you want to do that, intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you succeed, that might have an impact on the behavior of the...
That's an 8.
Okay. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yep. $20.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
It's good to have a 20, but
what is the buffalo
much.
doing?
So now it's like it was startled by the flames, but it still seems angry, so it might attack again. It might charge.
Oh, no. Yeah, I start backing away on my own.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay. So it's basically between Jadis and the buffalo now. Half Mango appears on Ifani's shoulder.
And now he's back.
Do you know what? 2 followers are enough. We should just give him Mango. Just saying. Like he just puts his mango hat and that looks bad. That looks very bad. Bad. What do you do? So you step back, Chelsea. Ifani steps back, right? Or do you do anything else?
I don't know. Any suggestions? What to do?
Just stepping back is a fair reaction. I think is realistic combat-wise. I find.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep stepping back.
Yeah, cool.
With the buffalo.
I think I think that's realistic as a role-playing decision.
I don't want to get in the buffalo's way. Like that's what I do as a wildlife biologist. Just buffalo, I'm going to go that way where the buffalo is not.
Okay. The buffalo is charging again, and it's always the same target, 13 armor class for Jadis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I not get a turn?
Oh, sorry, I skipped you.
Sorry, I was actually going to say that I wouldn't do anything on my turn except I would put up my shield because I'm right there next to Jadis, and I would hold an attack if the buffalo did try to attack him again, which
He's
I guess
trying to attack,
is.
so go for it. Yeah,
okay.
Go for it then.
Okay, so I have a long sword, but since I have my shield up, I'm using it one-handed. So that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That'll be 8 damage, slashing damage.
Deep slash on the ribs of the buffalo, and actually that's a lot of damage overall. It still tries to finish its attack on Jadis, but it misses. You wonder if it's because of the wounds, the burns and the slash it has, but it's definitely not. It just stops trying to, impale Jadis, and then is still angrily ready to attack again. What do you do, Peter?
So I'm aware that I have horns. How is there a chance that I can like intimidate it with the with my horns? Can I like brandish them at it to try and like scare it off?
You can try. It's not easy, but you can try.
Okay.
You can try, yeah. That's intimidation, and it's not easy. So the difficulty class is not, let's say it's not 10.
Yeah, then I failed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's less than 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, significantly.
Okay. So like you're trying to banish your horns, but doesn't have any effect. And Half Mango appears this time next to Caali. 2 followers are enough. Let's go. The buffalo started, but before that, there's Chelsea and Sheryl. What did you do, Chelsea?
Is there a tree nearby?
Yeah, there's a large tree, a baobab I described before. It's really close.
Yeah. Can I climb that tree?
Yes, but then roll athletics. It's really close, so you can do it straight away.
Okay. All right. Ooh. So that would be 14.
Okay. It takes you your whole action, so that's what you do, but you manage to climb on top. Cool. But next round you're going to be directly on top of the baobab. You can now see the scene from above, the beach with the waves washing on it, the boat that is still there with the sail, the grasslands. Behind you, you see sort of like a small hill, and it sounds like what was described as maybe the place where the mask is. Though, of course, there's more pressing topics to deal with at this point. What do you do, Sheryl?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my shield up and step in front of Jadis to try to like protect him from the buffalo because he doesn't have any protection himself. Stop making that face. Yeah, I think I want to, it's taking the defensive action, right? That like basically I'm bolstering myself so I get like an extra to my AC if it attacks, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
And that definitely helps. It's a good idea because it tries to attack you, noticing that you're being aggressive towards. It's, wait to hit, 12 is not enough, I guess,
nope.
Right? Okay, so like with your shield, you manage to hold, with your round shield to hold back, and you feel the strength of Mother Moon as you manage to face this massive creature in front of you. It's bleeding and burned, but it's angry. It really seems to be very angry. It wants to take you down. Peter.
All right, I'll leave us alone, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt over Caali's shoulder.
Okay.
That is a 16. Does a 16 hit?
Yes. A bull made of pure flames comes out from Jadis's hand. And what's the damage?
1 damage.
Okay. And it just grazes the back of the buffalo, burning it a bit. There's some smoke coming up, but it's not as central as you hoped.
It looks cool though. That's what really matters.
Chelsea, what do you do from the tree? You're on top of the tree.
From the tree. Is there fruit in the tree?
There's, let's see if you're lucky. No, there's empty. There's no fruit.
Oh no. Oh, but I think I have a mango with me. Tell half mango I will give him this last mango that I happen to still have if he helps us with this buffalo.
I will help if you give me something that I decide. How about this? You have just a few seconds to decide, or your friend will die. No pressure.
Wait, what?
I mean, the buffalo is going to kill him. He's clearly going to kill both of your friends. And you'll be alone on this tree for the rest of your life, struggling in this island, lost. So I can help you, but just I decide what I ask in exchange. What do you think?
Okay, all right, sure.
You're so generous. Thank you. You can see flying like straight down to Jadis. So it's your turn, Sheryl.
Okay, I will, because it just charged at us. Now I want to try to use my shield to, like, push it back. So I want to do it like a push attack.
Okay, go for it.
Is that with athletics, or is it? I'm not sure. Yeah.
So, I think just go for a strength check.
Okay.
And,
A strength check is a 13.
As you just like smash against the wall of muscles, and nothing happens. It does turn towards you though, and tries to impale you.
Neat.
This time it's an 18.
Oh, that meets my armor class.
And it's 8 damage.
Okay.
As it slash, your shoulder is badly bleeding as you get slashed by the buffalo. Peter, you see half mango briefly appear in front of you. This is going to be fun. And then he just jumps on your shoulder up and down. And now you feel there's something magic happening to you, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay.
Like your magic is strengthened in some way.
Okay. I am gonna cast another firebolt and hope this one does a little bit more.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Okay.
And 7 fire damage.
So this time, a giant fiery mango appears in front of you, and you can, double the damage. So it's 14 damage, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
The bull is like very badly burned, and actually after this, like all the side of his body is burned, and he starts backing and moving towards the grass. It seems to be letting you go. From thin air, a man with like large buffalo horns and fiery skin kneels in front of you. I'm the spirit guardian of these buffaloes. You defeated one of my children rightlessly, since it has attacked you. As a reward, I'm giving you these cowries. You see, there's a plate with a lot of cowries, and there's like two horns as well, like buffalo horns inside. The spirit disappears in thin air, where it came from.
Wow.
Yeah, spirit, go away. We beat you. Like half mango is dancing around.
Oh god. Can I come down from the tree now?
Yeah, don't need to roll. It's easy.
Sorry, say again?
As I said, it's easy to come down. No need to roll.
Okay.
So half mango flies to you. Okay, so finish your mission, and then I'll let you know what my request is.
I don't like this.
Oh, you made a deal with a fey creature. That's gonna end well.
Yeah.
Should I have let you die?
No, that was excellent. I'm kind of curious if like the fireball looked like a mango, like, did it just look like a big sphere? Like, did I don't even know that I even noticed that it was mango shaped. It was just like, oh wow, I didn't know it could do that.
It just it did look clearly mango shaped, like a mango on fire.
Okay,
So
all right, yeah, slightly not spherical.
Yeah, like mango shaped, yeah.
I guess I will pick up the calories.
That's 340 calories there, so it's a lot of money.
Cha-ching.
Okay.
And you said there were horns too?
Yeah. Buffalo horns.
Buffalo horns. Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the gift.
Okay. I guess I'll pick those up too.
Okay.
Carry those for the group.
All right. Well, I remember seeing the where the mask might be. So I guess we should just head in that direction.
Yeah.
Down from the tree now.
Good
So you
stuff.
walk through the grass. Half Mango disappears for a while, so you don't see him anymore. As you walk, the grass is very high, and it's sometimes hard to see what's behind it. At some point, you see some zebras not too far away that eye you watchfully. Then there's a small pond, and you see there's some antelopes that are like warily drinking at the water hole. When they see you, they all like dart away and disappear into the grass. There's a couple of really large acacias that shield you from the sun, especially for you, daa'ima. It's a bit of relief, respite, as the sun is getting really hot. There's no clouds in the sky. And then you see the hill by itself in the middle, very middle of the island. And you can clearly see what seems to be some sort of portal to enter it. It's like man-made rock arc.
Looks like the place.
Yeah, it looks ominous enough.
So Half Mango reappears, this time holding some mysteriously sourced banana, since yours are all finished. So I shall wait for you outside. Have fun.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Thanks again for the help in that fight.
Thank you for what you're going to be giving me after this. I'm so excited about revealing the purpose of your life.
Did you guys know what he's talking about?
No, do we want to?
All right. Is it do we have to go single file through this doorway into the hill?
There's enough for I mean, not more than two of you next to each other, but
Okay, well, I'll start
who
heading
goes
in.
in front?
Yeah.
Okay. It's slimy. It says muddy and slimy.
Ugh. It's a lot of slime in the past 2 days.
You two can see in the dark, right?
We can.
We can.
Do you want to go first?
Do you want me to hold your hand again?
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's go.
So as you walk in, it's not too long. It's just a gallery, so like just a very tight opening. But I mean, two of you can walk next to each other. It's more like not very high, and it seems to have been dug into the hill. But strangely enough, it's not very dark because you can see some light coming from the end of this. It's a bit slippery, but no need to roll. What you need to roll for is for the trap that triggers. So a dexterity save for all of you.
Great.
Oh.
Anybody above 15?
No.
So did somebody give me advantage in the chat?
Yes.
Can I use that advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was one, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need to use that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So did you roll with advantage? How much?
Oh, I got a 21.
Okay. So, Janice, you manage to jump on the side as a net comes from the ground just before leaving this tunnel and just pulls into the cave the two daimas. So you see the two winged women disappearing into the light.
Oh no. Can I see? They disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they just you can follow if you want, but it's like they're being sucked out by a net into the end of out of the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will follow, trying to like use my prestidigitation to like cast enough light that I can see. Yeah.
There is some light coming from the end of the tunnel, so you can see enough.
Okay.
But it's not like that dim light kind of.
Okay.
And when you get to the end of the tunnel, it's quite bright now. You can see what seems to be an almost perfectly circle of a cave. There's like a round opening on top, so there's light coming straight into a pond that occupies most of it. There are like lots of wooden statues, like very stylized, like fetish statues that are all covered in blood and feathers. And they're all like almost like a forest all around you, all around the pond. And there's this one way that leads straight to the pond, and there's a floating mask in the middle. And then just hanging on top of your head, they're like all entangled, two daa'ima women that you know very well, struggling, trying to get out of a net. A voice echoes, "I cannot believe you made it." It's Grandma. She's floating on the lake next to the mask. "I am pleasantly surprised. I thought you would not make it alive."
That is not what you said earlier.
What did I say?
What is she doing there?
I'm here to facilitate things. So you must know the spirits actually are not angry. The ancestors are not that much angry either. I was just lonely, and I decided to take a bit more energy from the ecosystem and the island than I should have. So I started taking a bit of energy from the trees, from the water itself. It got a bit too hot, which was a problem, but I was trying to solve that before you came. I was becoming more and more powerful. And then the three of you came, and unfortunately, I had to stick to my word because I promised to everyone that freshly fallen people, if they were not Ikakis, they could cross the waters. The annoying Ninkinanka, how did you survive that? I'm so surprised.
Trade secret.
Oh, okay. So now I have a suggestion. Like, just leave my mask and leave me. Let's not tell the villagers anything. I keep on doing my thing, and I'll let you go. I'm going to create a boat and let you go. Maybe you can go back to the other spirit, like Shells on the beach or someone else, and just no conflict. What do you think about this? Just don't.
Nah.
Because if we do that, then you're gonna keep hurting the corals and the trees and stuff, right?
Yeah, also, you lied to me, and I don't appreciate that.
That too.
That too. Also, I'm not going back to that Shells on the Beach island. That place was not cool.
Also, Peter ruined that island for himself.
Can I, while she's talking, can I see any way to release the net that's holding the
Yeah, there's a rope, but you'd have to either cut it or burn it. Yes, because there's a rope holding it, so you could, in theory, try.
Yes, I'm letting my friends down now. Don't try and stop me. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the rope to see if I can burn through it.
Roll the damage, and then roll initiative.
Roll the damage. Okay, that's five damage.
Okay. The rope burns, and the two of you fall.
Ah!
2 damage as you, smash on the ground.
Sorry.
Great, cool, awesome. Love it.
Thanks for saving him.
Initiative?
Uh,
I have a 10.
I have a 12.
I have an 8.
11.
Okay. So Peter first. What do you do? She seems to be ready to do something.
Angry. I think I want to use Mage Hand to try and pick up the mask out of the pool.
Ooh.
And like bring it towards me. I don't know if it can move it that far, but I feel like she's clearly got it for some reason. Maybe she's using it to draw power, and so I want to try and like take it from her.
Very interesting. Roll. I think. Let's see. Let's see. Anyway, you just cast a spell and ask the hand to bring it to you, right? I think actually that happens. That works.
Okay.
So you notice that she is very surprised when that happens, and looks in kind of shock. And it's Chelsea first. The mask is not, by the way, hasn't reached JD's yet, but it's like halfway.
Okay. I'm going to, I'm gonna throw a rock at her.
Okay.
Make sure Jadis has enough time to get the mask to him.
Go for it.
So let's see. Oh no.
Oh no.
1.
5?
Okay. You manage not to sleep on the slippery ground, but the rock just goes somewhere completely random. It's her turn. It's my mask. She looks at you and then just raises her hand and roll a Constitution save. Water starts filling in your lungs, and you like start spitting water and snorting water.
That was a 9.
Okay. It's like you're struggling to breathe. 4 damage. It's like water's coming out and blood from your nose and mouth, and it feels horrible. And your distance, your movement is halved, by the way. It's not. I mean, it's not a very big space.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you do, Sheryl?
Oh boy, that's not great. So, we're on the shoreline, right?
Yeah.
And the mask is like partway over the water.
The mask is actually just between the water and the shoreline, so you could walk. Actually, with one movement, you'd reach it. Yeah, you can reach it with a movement.
Yeah. I'll go to the mask and grab it out of the air.
Wait, because you're a bit slower as a daa'ima, probably. Yeah, but if you fly, you could definitely make it fast enough.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I haven't done that. I will activate my wings and fly.
It's a weird feeling, almost like you are using muscles you haven't used for a long time. It hurts a bit, but they glow behind you, and all of a sudden you're off the ground. What you do in front of the mask? You see it in front of you. It's glowing. It's a very simple wooden mask.
I will grab it out of the air and hold on to it.
As soon as you grab it, you see darkness, and you see a little Ikaki girl crying. No, don't leave me alone. No one wants to be with me. Everybody's dead. What is this place? What should I do? I'm so alone. What should I do? And sadness, a lot of sadness. It floods you almost like a river of sadness. Peter, what do you do?
Phooey. I guess I like look up from where I've just thrown up a bunch of seawater onto the ground, and I feel terrible. Like my stomach, my abs are burning. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands at Grandmother.
Okay.
So that's a dexterity saving throw. Rolled really
I failed.
terribly.
Failed.
You failed? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Then you take the whole 3 damage.
Okay. You're really struggling because of the and roll another Constitution save because the spell is still active.
So for the record, 3 damage is so it's 3d6 for Burning Hands. So that's 3 ones. I just want everyone to know how badly I did for that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Not good.
My Constitution save was a 12.
Okay. She resisted a concentration check, by the way. So 12 is not enough. So you get another 3 damage.
I am unconscious again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like coughing. I just like topple over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Chelsea, what do you do?
Well, I have weapons. I might as well use them. For once.
This would probably be the time.
Probably be the time that I use that. I have my Moonblade, so I attack her with my Moonblade.
Go for it.
All right. Let's see.
It's a beautifully curved daa'ima blade, shorter.
Right. So I got 19.
Okay. So actually, as you move, run towards her and slash, you cut through her shoulder, damage.
Oh, come on. 2.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
It hurts her, but definitely not enough to damage her seriously. But she looks at you and something starts shaking, like her whole image is like shivering. And you see behind what seems to be just like a sad, shriveled creature. It's like she's not even alive anymore. She might be an ancestor, but an angry red ancestor. Actually, now you see red eyes and you recognize, you've seen those red eyes before. Yesterday, behind the palms, it was the same red eyes looking at you, following you.
Hit her.
I guess there's no point hiding who I am. She starts growing taller. As the illusion fades, you see like bones, skin, like a barely human, like very, very gaunt creature with a round face that is basically just a round mask, like white mask with small round eyes and a round mouth. And the voice is otherworldly and disembodied. It's been a lot of time alone, you know. I finally made friends, found an island where to stay. Now you want to take everything away from me. Just because I need to feed on the things around me? You need to feed as well. You kill things to feed. You're no better than me. He tries to slash at Ifani with his clawed hands, like giant claw hands now. Armor class?
Ooh.
I think it hits you because it's a 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's 7 damage. It slashes on your chest and it's very painful. 7 damage.
Oh gosh, I can't find my armor class.
It should be top center, basically.
Oh no, I was looking at my other sheet.
Okay.
One.
But in the meantime, Sheryl, what'd you do?
Okay, so it was just like a vision that I saw of the lonely
Yeah.
child, and now I'm back. I will. I will throw one of my javelins at the enemy.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Okay, hits, damage.
Another 3 piercing damage.
Okay. The red ancestor turns towards you, red glowing eyes through the white round mask. Just looks at you. Peter, you're that's safe, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's a failure.
Okay. The water and blood is gushing out of your mouth and nose, and you can see him shaking, and there's now like foam coming out as well. At least the spell is not active anymore because the red ancestor is now attacking. Chelsea, what do you do?
I'm gonna attack her again with my moon blade. Oof. Okay. I got 16.
Hits.
And 8.
It's a deep slash on the leg of the ancestor. It looks back at you, losing interest from Caali, and just raises its claws, and you have to roll Constitution save. You feel water kind of going through your mouth.
Oh, yikes.
You're not even drinking anything. You're not sure where it's coming from. It's weird. And you're being force-fed the water.
You get a +2.
Okay.
How much?
No pressure. 14.
You manage to resist. You cough a bit and then spit water, and now it's fine. No salt water anymore. It's your turn, Sheryl.
I will swoop down and give Jadis another healing potion, I guess, because he's dying again.
Yeah.
So he gets a grand total of 4 hit points back.
Okay. Those were definitely very useful. So you can see as you pour the blue liquid into his mouth and try to keep it in, he starts breathing normally, and the blood stops gushing as well. So let's see. Actually, okay, Peter, you're back, and what do you do? You're lying prone.
Yeah.
With Caali holding the emptied calabash on top of you.
Stop doing that!
Sorry. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the ancestor. It's 16.
To hit, yes.
Yeah. 10 fire damage.
Okay. This works extremely well with this spirit, to the point that this ancestor's point is like burns through the fireball that you shoot from your hands, hits the chest and starts burning powerfully, and is still crackling and burning. And now you can see the ancestor makes a couple of steps back, and seems to be a bit dazed and confused. But Chelsea, you're first.
I'm gonna try to stab it in its heart. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so that's sick. I got an 18.
That hits damage. I need to know. Curious because it's important how much damage you make.
Let me roll for that now. So I got 14 damage. That was 14. Did I roll right?
What did you roll? What's your
which one am I rolling again?
For the strong is like 1d8.
Oh, okay. Then that's just 4.
Plus,
yeah.
Okay. The strength is 0. That's just 4. Okay, 4 damage. Okay, slashes the leg. You realize you're very close to make it kind of collapse or struggle, but it was almost enough, but not enough. So it steps. What does it do? It steps away from all of you, going back to the water. That provokes an attack of opportunity if you have a melee weapon. So the thing for the 2 da'imas. Do you have any melee with you, Peter? I don't think so, right?
I have dagger.
Do you have it with you? Are you holding it, or we didn't say anything? I can allow it as just that you had it there in your hand. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, then. I mean, I guess like when I was going into the cave and I couldn't see anything, and I was trying, like I might have pulled it out.
Yeah, it's not completely unreasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only an 8.
Okay.
You said
so you wait.
You said attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's trying to flee.
That's a 23 to hit.
Okay. And Chelsea?
Ooh. 7.
Okay. So, Sheryl, you managed to slash damage?
8 damage.
Okay. That's a lot. And you cut deep into a leg, and it doesn't manage to get into the water. It just kneels there and then starts shrinking, and then turns into a little girl, sobbing, a ghostly girl, sobbing sort of in fetal position on the mat. She's just crying now, like a little ghost crying. The red eyes don't glow anymore. You all feel sadness. What do you do, Sheryl? What does Caali do?
Is this yours? And I still have the mask.
Yeah, the mask is mine. The mask is mine. It's the only thing I have. I'm so alone. I'm alone.
Why are you alone?
Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. And I don't know what this place is. Where am I?
Well, we're in Wagadu. We only just arrived here ourselves. It's a different place, I guess.
Do you want to kill me too?
No.
What do you want?
I think we just want this place to be a good place for the people to live, right? With healthy resources and... yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. An 8.
She turns to Ifani and Jadis. What do you want from me? Who are you?
We don't want anything from you. We just want you to leave everyone else in peace. Stop trying to hurt everyone.
We just want you to stop hurting everyone and everything.
I'm not hurting anybody.
You were.
How?
You were destroying the coral and the environment.
The little guy stands up as a ghostly girl with holding the mask. And wait, who has the mask now? It's you, Sheryl, has it,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's yeah. Sorry, Peter.
I was just gonna say, you were taking energy from the environment around you.
But no one gives me anything. That's why I have to take it myself. Because no one gives me everything. Everybody dies and leaves me alone. And I have to survive. What do you know about surviving? The eyes are slowly going red again.
We've had to survive on our own since we got here. But other people have helped us. You could try asking for the things that you need instead of taking them. All the help that we've received has been given freely.
So, what if I ask you for help? Are you going to do something? Or leave me like everyone else did and die?
What kind of help do you need?
I'm alone. Would you be my friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
She starts walking towards you. So you will come to my home with me. She shows you her ghostly hand.
No.
No.
She starts smiling. Finally, a friend. I promise I will not disturb anyone or anything. I finally have a friend.
Why don't you come away with us?
Where are you going to?
I think we want to explore this world.
She looks at the three of you. Try persuasion check.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
So that's a natural one.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So 4 total.
Okay. She looks at you. I can see you're trying to deceive me. How clever. She starts ignoring you and walking towards the exit. I guess I'll have to burn everything and start from scratch now that they know about my secret. She starts running outside. What do you do, the three of you?
I break the mask, like snap it in my hands.
As soon as you snap it, she starts screaming. She falls on the ground screaming and she doesn't stop. And then after shaking and screaming, she becomes a ray of light that flies straight into the opening of the ceiling and disappears. The mask becomes just a normal wooden broken mask. And the magic of this place disappears completely. Wow, that was impressive. That was ruthless. Well done. You did try speaking with her. See half Mango sitting next to Caali's shoulder. Don't beat yourself up. Like you tried, the three of you.
I mean, yeah, but I still feel bad about it.
Jadis nods at Caali's. You did what you had to do. There was nothing else we could have done.
Anyways, now thanks to our high priestess, and she looks at Ifani, we can finally talk. So Ifani has involved the two of you in this wonderful ritual that you'll be performing with me. Basically, we're going to be traveling Wagadu, starting a new church, the Mango Church. I will be asking this only for 360 days. Then you can decide what to do. So, all ready?
Yep.
Yep, I guess so.
Great, let's go. It starts flying out of the cave, and you notice spontaneously like some wild mango plants that start growing all around. So sort of like its power is growing.
Nice. Okay.
And there's ray of light coming from the opening in the ceiling, and you see the sun. Actually, the sun has set because now it's been a long day. Almost it's now evening, and the moon, this time full moon, has appeared, and it seems to be almost like a blessing, bringing you calm. And you realize this place is wild and crazy with all sorts of creatures, but somehow you started feeling more confident about this your new home. And you know this is just the beginning of your adventure. And this is the end of the session.
Yay! That was fun. Oh, thank you for such a wonderful story. Aw, yeah, I like that.
It's a really good story. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you for being wonderful characters. So,
I was so excited to play this, and it did not disappoint. This world feels so rich with ecological details, all of the different animals and the plants and the coral reef. Like, I loved everything about that.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciated how all of even the non-combat stuff, like trying to avoid combat, felt like so much more like there was so much tension there. I feel like trying to just avoid like killing stuff, and I feel like I felt so much of that just because the first encounter I had where it was like, oh, like I messed this up, and so it was just like the whole time it was just like, don't mess anything else up, like don't insult some giant spirit or something like that again.
Well, I think that's what's important about this, right? That in the world you've created, because there are ancestors and spirits, like any of the animals that encountered us could have been someone very powerful, and so yeah, you do have to sort of walk around on eggshells to make sure that you're not disrupting. Yeah, I like that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think nature in general is like it's a very important element of Wagadu, and even animals. I'm looking to remake more types of animals, because now animals are very low challenge rating, right? They kind of quickly disappear from the traditional Dungeons and Dragons settings. And I'm looking into recreating and maybe getting some help as well to create even better animals for the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's something we talk about a lot on Nature Check, that like and even like off of Nature Check, it's one of the things that we text about in our group chat a lot, is like how frustrating a lot of the like the way that animals are portrayed in D&D. It's very like it's like either it's not biologically accurate or it's not very interesting, like they're not very in depth, but yeah, there's a lot going on that's really fun to explore and talk about. So I think that's great that you're remaking stuff. I know Sheryl has done a lot of remaking the art, because we have a lot of animal-like races or animal-inspired races or species in our Arda game. I know Sheryl has done a lot of work to make them more like realistic and things like that.
Yeah, and that was something I liked about the lineages in this game that are animal based, like the lion blood and the swala and the daa'ima. Like, I thought that was really cool that they had so many nice characteristics of their sort of animal inspirations. So yeah, I thought that was really fun. And I liked playing a moth. That was cool.
I'm happy to hear this.
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone once again where they can find your Kickstarter and how they can support your project?
Yes, so it's the Wagadu Chronicles. So if you just go Kickstarter and search Kickstarter, I don't know what the URL is by heart, but it's like Kickstarter, the Wagadu Chronicles. We're currently running till the end of the month. And you can find we have these really convenient packages that have both the MMO and the 5th edition PDFs. And there's other tiers with the books as well, if you actually want the physical books. And we have some really great, the art director, Iga, is awesome. The other artists we collaborated with are awesome. So it's going to be looking really great. We have actually a free PDF that you can download, 300 pages, which is what we use today to flesh out the characters on the Kickstarter or on the website of the wagaduchronicles.com. So if you already want to try it, you can already get lots of stuff for free. So check it out.
And the art in that book is gorgeous.
Oh,
so
yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it was so much fun to read. Yeah.
Chelsea, last thoughts? Where can people find you?
So you can find me on Twitter at Chelsea Herps. And I'm also on Instagram, though not as often, at out Chelsea. I think you should go ahead and support the Kickstarter if you can. This is a really amazing world and story, and the characters are amazing. The different species that you can play, races you can play. I think it's also really important because, with games, fantasy games, especially D&D, you don't see a lot of Black characters in there or anything that is African inspired. So to have a whole world created for that, it's beautiful. Like they've been saying, the artwork in it is beautiful as well. So seeing everything fleshed out and reading everything in there, it's I would love to play it again. Better, hopefully. Because I sucked.
No.
No, it's if you hadn't mentioned this was the third time you're playing, I just thought, this is just a good player. I don't know what. Yeah, and it's not remembering some checks is standard. It's not
right.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No, I think we all had fun. We told a good story.
So fun.
Yeah.
I think you role played more realistically, because usually sometimes old school players try to optimize every single move, and you were this is horrible, I'm going to panic. And that was way more genuine than many other players are like, I'm going to use my double arrows to do this. Like, you're like, I'm panicking.
I'm gonna climb this tree and I'm just gonna watch.
No, I love that.
Realistic.
Yeah, it feels very real. Yeah, it makes combat much more like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yeah. So once again, thank you so much to everyone who's been hanging out, watching, or if you are watching or listening to the recording of this in the future, please go support the Wagadu Chronicles, both the video game and the 5th edition supplement, because it's a super cool game. Follow Chelsea, she makes cool drawings and has a fun Twitter game where you learn about lizards. And of course you can find Peter and myself here on Nature Check like all the time playing tabletop role-playing games. So we're gonna get out of here, but have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.